Yeah, I would tell you first and foremost, it started with Sean McCormick. He realized that the company had kind of reached its peak, if you will, with his talent and his background. He's from Manitoba. He's lived in Manitoba his whole life. And he was smart enough and pragmatic enough to say, hey, I've got to do something with somebody. One, first and foremost, to grow any business globally, you got to get the capital. So he was smart enough to go to private equity side. And
Mhm.
then on the other side of it is to say, hey, I've got to get management in here and get out of their way and help them grow this into a global brand. And so we made some very conscious decisions early on. First and foremost, this idea about, um, remote first work environment. You might think about that and say, oh, that's just one of those things that make you feel good. No, it actually makes a big difference. We were able to get our CMO, our chief marketing officer, is a guy by the name of Aaron Carpenter. Aaron Carpenter was the CMO at North Face when they were at 500 million and took them to 1.5 billion. Okay. And
Incredible.
so he has an amazing capacity to understand big picture. How do you take a brand globally? And if we would have said, nah, everybody's got to be in Winnipeg, we never get an Aaron Carpenter, right? Uh,
Right.
Aaron's, Aaron still lives in San Francisco. He lives in Silicon Valley. He ain't moving. But he has been really the driving force when you look at our creative and our messaging that's going out there. That's coming out with somebody with like him. Our two people that are heading up product now, a guy by the name of Kitty Boulay, another guy by the name of Chris Paulus. They were both at Timberland for 23 years. If you took the two of them combined,
Wow.
I don't think you could find anybody in the US that has made as many boots as they have in the last 2 decades. And
Wow.
so part of bringing that global plan to life is actually getting people who have been exposed to global branding, who understand what it takes to do that versus being a regional or just a local brand. So we've been very fortunate to, our CFO came from Travis Matthews on the West Coast, and comes to us with an amazing background, and we just have a very eclectic group that this has allowed us to do this. And I would say the other thing is to be fair, is when I called Aaron the first time and said, "Hey, I'm working on this little project. You may not be interested." Um, when I tell them our story and what we're doing,
If yeah,
it's like Aaron said, "I don't even care if I get paid. I just want to be part of this."
that is
Now
so
he gets
cool.
paid. He does get paid.
Of course,
Uh,
yes.
but
Hopefully
that's the
handsomely because, you hope you can reward people that are doing it for the right
yes,
reasons. I'd love
yes.
to see huge
Um,
success for an
so,
abundance around that.
so being able, our first and foremost focus has been on getting people who actually get the story and want to be part of it. If they just want
Yes.
it for another job or just another paycheck, we're the wrong company. Um,
Yeah.
and so I think that's the biggest part of taking a global brand is really getting those disciplines, whether it's product, whether it's marketing, whether it's logistics, and getting those lined up so that you actually have a chance to take it more on a global scale.